The legs I'm using are basic slats from the, what's it called, Home Depot, and I used a cheap block plane to round over the edges. Now, here's my jig. This is a paper tubing. I have no idea what it held. I think it was wrapping paper of sorts, but as it is, this like fits in snugly, and I actually need another slab now to get it back out. Anyway, the idea is to attach these to these boards. I've already glued up and I still need some finishing. What I'm doing now is fetching my pencil and marking the thickness of the board on all four sides for reference. And the idea is to use my router table to turn this into a round tenon to stick through a matching hole in the board. Before we continue, I'd like to talk about what I'm going to do with these. As you've seen, I marked the thickness of the board, meaning that this little tenon thingy is going to go through the wood, through the board completely. So I've been thinking about how to attach it, because this is going to be a small stand for orchids, plants, and it's for my brother-in-law who commutes every week, so it has to be collapsible to fit on a train. It'll fit either way, but it's supposed to take up as little space as possible. So the idea was to make these round tenons, so the leg sticks through the board, and then to attach it somehow. The thing is, he doesn't have a workshop where he lives, so it has to be pretty easy, and I'm trying to avoid glue. Again, no way to clamp or align this piece. So my first idea was to drill a hole and cut a thread, although I don't know how well that will work into the end grain. That would be something to find out. And then take a leg bolt or something with this 6-corner thingy head, and take another piece of wood, epoxy it to the head, chisel out a hole and epoxy it into this, and use it as a big screw. Another idea I was having, although it would mean that I'd be losing a little more leg, is to make wooden threads with the thread cutter I misplaced. It's a 1-inch thread though, and I seriously couldn't tell you if it would fit here, but that too would be something to try. What I want to do now is route this to a round tenon, no matter the thickness. Let's get to it. Here I have a 12mm router bit, and right now I'm setting the fence so that it's roughly centered. Well, looks good. Tightening it down. So I think the theory is looking well. Let's do some actual routing. So here I have actually a piece from my French cleat system, which I'm using as an additional guiding rail. Here I've added a stop lock to produce a clean shoulder. Having a slight tool-wise problem now. I made this with a 20mm spade bit and this with a 24mm spade bit. This has 22mm and I don't have such a spade bit. So it's, well, not really a fit for this, and it's, I should say, a loose tenon in this one. So I actually need to, for the sake of this experiment, check whether I can squeeze a little more out of the router without it hitting anything. So here we are, the slightly cleaned up tenon, and it fits this hole rather well. Holds, it's slightly shaky, but need to see about that. So, proof of concept proven, and I found my thread cutter. It's for 1-inch rods, so can't forget about this one. I'll have to try it, though I've found a major problem with this. I don't know if you can see this, but the thread cutting thingy starts about, well, I have no idea about imperial units, about 2 centimeters or give or take maybe an inch inside, so I would need to remove more material and either lose more leg this way, or, well, I think there are ways to cut a thread and to add shoulders by gluing them back onto it, but that's just not what I would consider stylish. Anyway, I like the concept so far. Now I need to do some experiments regarding screwing something into the end grain. I'll update you once I've done that, and thanks for watching. Oh, the usual, subscribe if you like my videos. Thanks a lot if you already have done so. And feel free to ask questions or leave comments in the comment section below. And that's it. Thank you.